Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today looking at the new roadmap and focusing on Star Citizen Alpha 3.1, which will be released around the end of March 2018, with its testing phase expected to start at the end of February. With each of these items, please remember that they may get pushed back to 3.2 for June if they are not ready by the end of March. The new way CIG operate with the Persistent Universe patches is to release what they have ready every quarter, and we will have 3.1 in March, 3.2 in June, 3.3 in September, and 3.4 in December. There is also the potential for extra bits and pieces not listed here too to be added to those patches, and we will know a little bit more once the testing phase goes live, so bear that in mind and we'll kind of update this list then, but it's not exhaustive, it was what I'm trying to say, and there will be some extra little additions. Character Customizer. The Character Customizer will allow players to choose from a variety of looks to customize the appearance of their in-game avatars. The variety of customization options will increase over time and from patch to patch as they build out and add new features into the game. Helmet polish and lighting improvements. These improvements will include updates to model geometry, making sure characters are well lit inside their helmets, and fixing bugs such as incidents where the lights persist even when the helmets are not on. Some planetary tech improvements too. They're going to continue work to iterate on the technology that allows the generation of planets and its biomes in order to provide a wider variety of environments for the game, and in general like performance boosts and optimizations to that technology, as well as light little scattering effects and cool little things you'll see on the ground. IFCS, balance and tuning. They're going to continue work on the game's underlying flight control system that handles ships and vehicles moving both in atmosphere and in space. Tasks include general improvement, bug fixes, and updates to the control algorithm. Ship weapon balance. They're doing a complete balance pass on ship weapons and missiles so they perform as expected or in a more balanced way that they want combat to work. Ship damage. They're updating the ship damage technology to allow for a higher fidelity of explosions, better damage shaders, improved physics. You're likely to see more ships not exploding when they die and just being like critically disabled and stuff like that, so boarding and stealing of cargo can kind of happen. The PMA, the Personal Manager app, improvements and bug fixes for the PMA on the mobiGlas, such as the ability to switch between preset loadouts, getting the 3D character model to rotate, and ensuring that selected weapons and items are properly framed in the window. Lots of UI improvements to that sort of thing for mobiGlas apps, and getting those apps working as intended. AI subsumption for ships. They're completing the transition for ship AI to integrate completely with subsumption, allowing them to navigate, react, and fly using the subsumption system. This will consolidate the number of systems for AI characters, so they are using the same system when piloting a ship and when they're walking around as well. This should allow eventually for us to have like AI crews and that sort of stuff in the future too. Ships, the Reclaimer, Razor, Terrapin, and Cyclone are all planned to be flight ready for 3.0. Obviously the Cyclone is a vehicle rather than the ship, but you know what I mean. Some new weapons. They're designing and creating the Preacher Armament's new Distortion Scattergun as a ship weapon in-game. This is not only including the asset creation, but also animations, as well as design input on the weapon balancing and that sort of stuff. For the FPS side of things, the Gemini R97 shotgun will be in. Moving on to a couple of more major updates, obviously getting the flight mechanics and combat mechanics earlier stated, getting them right is very important, but these are two of the other major ones. Network bind culling. This aims to help improve performance in multiplayer by cutting down the number of entities that exist on clients. Entities too far away from a player will be removed from the local client, and when the player moves or the server otherwise detects new entities entering the player's range, they will be added to the client. Because clients will then only consider updating entities that are near them, the overall CPU load will be reduced and performance will improve, or at least should improve. Performance optimization. They are doing general optimization and engine improvements to increase the stability and performance for players. This includes continued transition of gameplay systems to Item System 2.0, as well as investigation and resolution of possible memory leaks and performance spikes. They are doing a lot of performance and optimization tasks for 3.1. It is one of the major focus. It isn't optimization-centric patch, and getting 3.0's issues and lack of polish cleaned up to, getting 3.0's anything that was missing from that will be basically going into 3.1. There should be a lot of unlocked gameplay too. Miles Eckhart and Ruto missions should be more accessible. Persistence should have a lot more work done to it as well, hopefully allowing us to log out and back in properly exactly where we left off from our last logout. And reputations for missions and that sort of stuff should carry over much better. But expect the core combat, flight mechanics, and dogfighting to feel much better with 3.1, as well as having some actual frame rates to play with. Also, the feedback from 3.0 and the flight combat surveys that have been going around, the info from them will be used for 3.1's balance, so expect a more balanced beast meta-wise, sensible health on ships and shields, EMPs to be more reasonable, weapon balance to actually be there. There'll be some new items as well, such as weapons and equipment coming into shops that you should be able to equip to your ships more readily and easily too on the Mobiglass now without any problems. Ships are potentially going to be purchasable in 3.1 with Alpha UEC. This feature, however, has been suggested that it may be pushed back to 3.2, so just bear that in mind. It's not 100% expected for 3.1 at all, and in fact it's more likely to be in 3.2, but there's always the hope there. And if you're looking for mining, that's in 3.2 as well, and we shall cover that in the next video. I'll get one up straight away after this looking at 3.2. Every month we have a giveaway. For January, it's a Hammerhead gunboat donated by our featured org, IDF. The Intergalactic Defence Force. They're a lawful org that focus on trade, security, escorting and teamwork, but will also dabble in other areas of the game. Links below if you're interested in checking them out. They're very friendly, they've got an active Discord, and they're active now in 3.0. But all we need to do to be in for a chance of winning that Hammerhead is be subscribed to my YouTube channel, and then comment on any of my Star Citizen videos during this particular month of January. Do you have any questions about the schedule for 3.1, about the new website, about Star Citizen or Squadron 42's development, gameplay mechanics, whatever, chuck them in the comments below. I'll link that new production scheduling reporty thing as well, so you can see that. It is quite in-depth and good, which I'm very happy with. A special thanks to my Patreons who allow me to create the amount of content I do. If you're interested in becoming one of them, you can find the links to Patreon as well as everything else we've discussed down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me, and I'll see you in the verse.